something else that's in the mix as well that we need to take into account going into Mania. There is still a money in the bank briefcase that's out in the wild. Just putting it out there.
I forgot about that, to be honest.
Yeah. Every forget. They've downplayed it to such an extent that unless he's doing like promo or coming out of the ring, that's the only time you see it. They don't mention it anymore. They mention they mention it when he's on screen, but that's about it. And for me,
do you see him cashing in on the World Heavyweight Championship or?
Yes, definitely, 100%, 100%, 100%.
Or here's another thought: Rock Roman at Mania, Rock beats Roman, Damien cash in.
I don't see that happening. I don't see him cashing in.
Down Rock. Have the Usos beat down Rock same way the Shield did to Rock at Rumble with.
So that whole finish the story thing that we've been banging on about ever since Cody showed up. That line's been drummed into our head now for the past 2 years. The title that he needs to finish with is the title that Roman Reigns has. He needs to pin Reigns. He needs that belt.
I'm still very broken about last year's Mania. That is where the story finished.
You see, the problem is finishing it last year. We don't know if Cody was 100% last year. We don't know if he was 100% last year. So getting him to finish his story, and then he goes into a championship program, and he is now going to be this working champion, and surgically repaired pec tears again. We've got a problem.
But it hasn't. That's the thing.
Because just remember when he came back, I think when just immediately after that, he didn't go into a heavy. Oh no, he did go into a heavy program. He was fighting Brock, damn it. He did go into a heavy program. He fought Brock. Actually, now, if anything, that I think he's good to go. To that match, I mean, there's a whole bunch of things that could happen at Elimination Chamber. I think we're going to see a cash in at Mania, man. I think we'll see a cash in at Mania.
So Damien ends night 1 holding the World Heavyweight Championship, basically.
Just remember something. Turnabout is fair play, right? We all remember about the heist of the century, right? We all remember how that happened. So Rollins is in a match with Ideally, you know who Rollins should be in a match with? Rollins should be in a match with Drew McIntyre.
He's already beaten Drew.
What, giving that man more sour grapes? Sorry?
He's already beaten Drew at Crown Jewel. He's already faced him. I mean,
yes,
Drew
wins
elsewhere.
The Elimination Chamber. Because remember, on the Raw side, that title he still doesn't actually have a challenger at this point in time.
More or less.
So Drew wins at the Chamber, setting up Rollins and him at Mania. That gives Rollins, well, at this point in time, it looks like they're just rehabbing that knee of his. And then while the match is on, and there's a tag team. Remember, the tag team belts would need to switch before that. I don't know if they switch it out before that or if they do it as Judgment Day having all the gold.
Wait. Do you think the original plan was for Punk to win the Elimination Chamber and go on to face Seth at Mania? And now, Drew's going to take the spot that Punk that was.
There we go.
That more fuel to the feud when Punk comes back.
There we go. No. But then, remember, Drew at this point in time has been, it's been shoved down. Like every time he wins something, or every time he's close to winning something, it gets taken away. So there's some type of interaction with curb stomp, claymore, curb stomp, back and forth. Both men are down, but it looks like Drew is about to win. And just for record, Drew has stopped him from cashing that Money in the Bank a few times. Drew has stopped him from cashing that thing. There's loads of B-roll for this thing. And you know how WWE video package. You know they love putting together a video package from sexual harassment. But yeah, that's a different story.
I think you're right, because WWE under this new leadership of Triple H, the stories it's not cookie cutter stories that have a definitive start and a definitive finish. Triple H's stories go through and weave its way through.
Exactly. So think about it this way. Drew been amazing. He's the heel, and it's just going to add more fuel to that fire. So you're going to have another superstar like Drew. That's when he's ready to win that title, and win it. He's going to be at that level, like where Cody is, but at the complete opposite end of the spectrum, where the man's been kept away from the belt for so long. Let's see it. And we're not saying Damian Priest is not a worthy title holder, but he's a spoiler in this whole thing. Nobody's going to see him coming. Nobody's going to see him coming. There's going to be that spot at Mania Night 1. Both men are down. It's going to look like Drew's about to win it. Triple threat match.
Heist of the century repeats itself. And
there we go.
Done on the same person that did it originally.
And he does not pin McIntyre. He does not pin McIntyre. He pins the architect. He pins the guy that made that belt worthwhile. He pins the guy that pulled off the heist of the century. Damian Priest is made, man. And then Drew McIntyre comes out. Drew McIntyre comes out the following week, and he's like, I never lost. I never lost that match. Rollins goes off. He can rehab his injuries. Mans get some time on the shelf. Come back 100%.